Hey there, pirates. Welcome aboard the Anime No Me channel. Luffy and Boa Hancock care deeply for each other. While she loves Luffy, he seems to regard her in the same way he values his friends. But is that really all? It appears there might be more to their connection. For now, let's explore the intimate moments between Hancock and Luffy and imagine the day they become a couple. I hope for your support to help our crew win, and to do so, you just need to click the thumbs up button, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel. By doing this, you will win an incredible devil fruit, so just comment which fruit you want. Guys, Luffy and Boa Hancock have always been two characters who together created one of the most unique and memorable dynamics in the One Piece universe. The contrast between Hancock's fiery passion and Luffy's apparent indifference has led to scenes that range from comedic to emotional, revealing much about their personalities and the nature of their relationship. But amid these moments, there might be something we initially overlooked, an intimate and meaningful moment that could shift how we perceive their bond. Since her first appearance on Amazon Lily, Hancock has shown an almost immediate obsession with Luffy. In Chapter 516, we see how Luffy accomplished what no other man could, winning the heart of the Pirate Empress. Known for her unmatched beauty and stone-cold heart, Hancock was captivated by Luffy's simplicity and sincerity. He wasn't intimidated by her presence or reputation, treating her like any other person. I think this, more than anything else, sparked her feelings. Perhaps Hancock saw in Luffy a purity that contrasted with the harsh world she knew, making her believe he was different from everyone else. However, Luffy, being who he is, didn't interpret Hancock's advances romantically. That doesn't mean he doesn't care for her. On multiple occasions, he's shown respect and concern for her, such as when he protected her during the journey to Impel Down, or when he trusted her to look after his crew. Maybe Luffy's lack of romantic interest in Hancock is a mix of his carefree personality and his focus on becoming the Pirate King. In Chapter 519, there's a scene where Hancock tries to confess her feelings to Luffy, but he simply doesn't grasp what she's trying to say. I think this shows that Luffy isn't ready to handle romantic relationships, not due to a lack of interest, but because his priorities lie elsewhere. Hancock, on the other hand, faces significant barriers in her relationship with Luffy. As the Empress of Amazon Lily, she has a duty to her people that often conflicts with her feelings. In Chapter 522, when she chooses to help Luffy infiltrate Impel Down, she risks her position and the safety of her island. I think this moment shows how she's willing to do anything for Luffy, even if it means defying the world government. Perhaps this is one of the greatest obstacles between them. Their responsibilities and goals often put them on opposing paths. Despite these challenges, there have been moments that could be interpreted as romantic or at least intimate. In Chapter 523, for instance, Hancock pretends to be sick to help Luffy infiltrate Marineford. The scene where she hides Luffy under her cloak is a clear example of how she uses every resource to protect him. I believe that in this moment, there's an unspoken connection between the two, even if Luffy doesn't realize it. Perhaps these small gestures are Oda's way of showing that their relationship goes beyond the surface. Another noteworthy moment is when Luffy thanks Hancock for her help. Though he does so casually, without realizing the impact of his words, Hancock's expression reveals how much it means to her. I think these moments are important because they show how Luffy, even unintentionally, touches the hearts of those around him. Perhaps this hints that one day he'll understand Hancock's feelings and respond in some way. But why hasn't Luffy acknowledged Hancock's feelings yet? I think the answer lies in his personality and goals. Luffy has always prioritized freedom and adventure. His dream of becoming the Pirate King is his main motivation, and anything that might distract him from that goal is automatically secondary. Perhaps he views love as something that could limit his freedom or complicate his journey. Additionally, Luffy has a very straightforward way of seeing the world, and romantic relationships might not fit into his current understanding. However, this doesn't mean the relationship between Luffy and Hancock is destined to remain one-sided. I think that as the story progresses and Luffy matures, there's a possibility he'll start to understand Hancock's feelings. Perhaps he'll realize that love isn't a limitation, but a force that can make him even more determined to achieve his goals. Oda is known for crafting complex and multi-dimensional relationships between his characters, and I think the dynamic between Luffy and Hancock is an example of that. Maybe Oda has a special moment in store for them, something that not only clarifies Hancock's feelings, but also allows Luffy to explore a new side of himself. For now, all we can do is watch and wait for the upcoming chapters to see how this relationship will evolve. Will they end up together? It's worth considering the possibility that Luffy at some point might come to understand Hancock's feelings more deeply. It's undeniable that Luffy has a simplified view of the world and his relationships. His lack of interest in romance at the beginning is an obvious barrier. He lives for his dream of becoming the Pirate King and has no room for sentimental concerns. This is reflected in how he interacts with other characters throughout the series, like like Nami, Robin, and other female characters who have feelings for him. Luffy, while caring deeply for his friends, doesn't seem to realize that many of these interactions carry a deeper emotional weight. At the same time, there's a chance that in the end, Luffy will find himself more emotionally involved than he ever imagined. He might start to understand that Hancock's kindness, selfless actions, and dedication are, in fact, the foundation of a profound love, something he has always dismissed but may begin to value over time. This change wouldn't happen overnight but would unfold through many challenges and interactions with those close to him. Luffy has always been someone who grows over time, and it wouldn't be surprising if he eventually realizes that his feelings for Hancock go beyond mere friendship. However, knowing Luffy, it may take a while for him to understand and express this. However, he might start to understand that Hancock's kindness, selfless actions, and dedication are, in fact, the foundation of a profound love, something he has always dismissed but may begin to value over time. This change wouldn't happen overnight but would unfold through many challenges and interactions with those close to him. Luffy has always been someone who grows over time, and it wouldn't be surprising if he eventually realizes that his feelings for Hancock go beyond mere friendship. However, knowing Luffy, it may take a while for him to understand and express this. However, it's important to emphasize that the essence of One Piece has always been a story about friendship and freedom. Luffy deeply values his friends, but the concept of romance in the context of his dream has never been a priority. He lives to become the Pirate King, and everyone around him is part of that journey of freedom and companionship. If his relationship with Hancock were to evolve into something more romantic, it could reflect how he perceives the freedom of love not as a restriction, but as a reinforcement of his own principles. Beyond Boa Hancock, many One Piece fans have their own theories about who Luffy might end up with at the end of the story. While the series primarily focuses on friendship and the quest for freedom, Luffy's interactions with various female characters have always sparked speculation about who might capture his heart. Nami is one of the leading candidates. Since Luffy rescued her and invited her to join his crew, the two have established a strong and special bond, with Luffy showing genuine care for her. Although their relationship is centered more on friendship and companionship, many fans believe their connection could evolve into something deeper as they both mature. The way Luffy respects and supports Nami, even without fully understanding her emotions, suggests that he could eventually realize the value of a deeper relationship with her. Nico Robin is also a strong contender. Her relationship with Luffy has developed gradually, and she has always shared a bond of trust and respect with him. Luffy, who has never hidden his affection for his friends, has shown special concern for Robin, particularly during moments when she needed it most, such as in the Enies Lobby arc. The mutual admiration and unconditional loyalty between the two make Robin a potential romantic partner, even though such feelings have not been explicitly explored in the story. Finally, Luffy's relationship with Vivi also sparks speculation. Although she went her own way after the Alabasta arc, Vivi and Luffy shared intense and emotionally significant moments. The way Luffy protected and supported Vivi, and how she, in turn, upheld Luffy's ideals, leads many fans to consider the possibility of a romantic connection between the two, even though their separation at the end of the arc interrupted that bond. In the end, while the possibility of romance with any of these characters is widely debated, what truly matters in One Piece is Luffy's journey and the friendships he builds along the way. His love for freedom and his dream of becoming the Pirate King may be the greatest love of his life, but that doesn't mean he can't form deep connections with many people, including the women in his crew and his allies. Regardless, what makes the relationship between Luffy and Hancock so captivating is precisely its nuanced and open-ended nature. I think this reflects the complexity of the One Piece world as a whole, where each character has their own role to play, and each relationship has the potential to influence the story in unexpected ways. Perhaps the intimate moment between Luffy and Hancock that we have yet to notice will be something that changes everything for the characters and for us, the readers. That was today's content. We hope you liked it and want to share your opinion on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay amazing.